schools through Rotary in past years. She has received special appreciation awards from Federation of Gynecological Society India for her contribution as project in charge in Youth Mela Nashik. We consider ourselves fortunate to have Dr. Sushma Prashant Bhuttara ma'am for our Women's Day special webinar, Enjoy Healthy Life with Hormones. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you, Sakshi, for the introduction. Good evening, friends. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, President, and the other members of Rotaract Club of Nasik Smart City for inviting me today's webinar program. The today's topic is healthy life with hormones. Enjoy healthy life with hormones. Actually, whenever we ask any woman, almost 99% women, they have a health related issue with hormones. They are suffering because of their hormone problem. So, this topic, enjoy healthy life with hormones, it may be sounding very odd. How we can enjoy healthy life with hormones? क्योंकि जो हमारा सब प्रॉब्लम है वो तो हार्मोन से ही रिलेटेड है, तो हम हेल्दी लाइफ कैसे रह सकते हैं? So, friends, first we'll try to understand what is hormone. Hormone क्या है? Actually, hormones are the substances which are produced in our body at different sites. And the sites where the hormones are produced, they are known as glands. We call it as endocrine glands. So these hormones are produced in the endocrine glands at different sites in our body, and then these hormones are transported through blood to other parts of the body, and there they give signal to our body to perform their different actions. So to have a normal functioning of the body, these hormones are very important. अगर ये हॉर्मोन्स डिस्टर्ब हो गए तो हमारे बॉडी का जो फंक्शन रहता है वो भी डिस्टर्ब हो सकता है. सो बॉडी में हॉर्मोन्स के लेवल नॉर्मल रहने बहुत जरूरी है. So which are the sites where the hormones are produced? The hormones are produced, it can start functioning from our brain. There is a gland called pituitary gland. It is at the base of the brain. So some hormones are produced at the pituitary gland. Some hormones are produced at the thyroid gland. Thyroid glands are the gland in front of our neck. Some hormones are produced from the adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are situated on the top of the kidney. And some hormones are produced from the pancreas. Those hormones are known as insulin hormone. And the two important hormones which are very important for a female, they are produced from the ovaries. And these hormones are known as estrogen and progesterone. So today mainly I'll be talking about these two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. So this estrogen and So these estrogen and progesterone hormones are produced from the ovaries. What is ovary? Ovaries are small structure. They are just next to the uterus. Okay. In Hindi, we call uterus as बच्चेदानी and in Marathi we call it as गर्भपिशवी. तो जो ओवरीज रहते हैं वो यूट्रस के बाजू में रहते हैं. बॉडी में एक यूट्रस रहता है और उसके राइट लेफ्ट में दो ओवरीज रहते हैं. तो ओवरीज में से जो हार्मोन्स होते हैं उन्हें हम एस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरोन बोलते हैं. और आज मैं मेनली एस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरोन के बारे में ही बात करने वाली हूँ. सो व्हाट आर द यूजेस ऑफ हार्मोन्स? हार्मोन्स के क्या यूज है? क्योंकि हमें कभी दिखते तो नहीं है हार्मोन्स. और एक्चुअली क्या हुआ है, अभी लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स वी हैव स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट हार्मोन्स. पहले कुछ मतलब हार्डली कोई हार्मोन्स के बारे में बात करता था या हार्मोन से रिलेटेड डिसीज के बारे में बात करते थे. लेकिन लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स में हार्मोन रिलेटेड डिसीजेस बहुत बढ़ गए हैं. सो वी हैव स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट हार्मोन्स और कॉमन पीपल में भी काफी अवेयरनेस आ गया है हार्मोन्स के बारे में. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द यूजेस ऑफ हार्मोन्स, स्पेशली इन फीमेल. So this estrogen and progesterone hormones, they helps in the development of the body, especially breast development and menstrual cycle development. And later on, when the girl gets married, she's whenever she's planning for pregnancy, the estrogen progesterone helps to get her pregnant, and because of this hormone the pregnancy goes up to 9 months. So these are estrogen and progesterone are useful for the development of body, for development of menstrual cycle, regularization of menstrual cycle, pregnancy, and same time these hormones protect heart and keeps our bones strong, and they also control our mood. So these are the few important functions of hormones. Normally, this hormonal changes, in a life of a woman, at different phase, there are lots of hormonal changes takes place, but these changes are normal. So the hormonal changes takes place at the time of puberty when the girl is growing. Because of these hormones, her body starts growing. She gets menstrual cycle, and at the time of pregnancy also, there are lots of changes in the hormones which helps the baby to grow and stay in the mother's body till 9 months. After delivery also there are hormonal changes. At the time of menopause, there are hormonal changes. Menopause is a period when the woman stops getting her menses, in absence of pregnancy. In pregnancy also there is no menses, but that is not menopause. That is the temporary stoppage of menses for 9 to 12 months. So this menopause can occur anytime, 40 to 50 years of age group, and that time also there are lots of hormonal changes. But these changes are physiological. Okay, these changes, they don't affect the health of the lady. They don't, cause any adverse effect. But there are other factors which affect the hormones and make it imbalance. So let's talk about the factors which are responsible for disturbing the hormones and which causes hormonal imbalance. So today the first very important factor is the chemicals. Chemicals found in plastic. It is known as bisphenol A, BPA, and this chemical can disturb the hormones. Use of pesticides, excessive fertilizers, like we are using lots of, nowadays, lots of pesticides are used for to grow crops also. So when we consume this type of foods, our hormones are going to get disturbed. And unhealthy lifestyle, nowadays we are very fond of eating outside. We enjoy eating junk food, and junk food means, it means kachori and samosa also. It is not only burger and pasta and pizza. So Indian junk food is kachori and pasta also. So when we eat this kind of food, our sugar level in the body increases. And there is a one hormone called insulin. Okay, so this insulin hormone, it controls our blood sugar in the body. But if there is an excessive amount of blood sugar in our body, this insulin hormone, it becomes insensitive. It is not able to control the blood sugar level properly, and there is a sustained rise of sugar level in the body. And because of this also the hormones gets disturbed, and we develop hormonal imbalance. The second point which affects hormones is stress, chronic stress, and it can be both physical as well as mental stress. We have a stress hormone in our body which is known as cortisol. This cortisol hormone, it manages our stress level in the body. And there is a one more hormone called adrenaline. So adrenaline hormone is known as flight or fight hormone. So these two hormone, cortisol and adrenaline, They are very useful for us. They control our body, but when there is a chronic stress, these hormones are increased, and because of this, they affects our other hormones in the body like estrogen and progesterone. And there is one more hormone in body that is known as happy hormone, that is serotonin. Serotonin. So when there is a chronic stress, it affects the release of serotonin hormone, and because of that the other hormones estrogen and progesterone are also get affected, and it creates imbalance in the level of hormones. The other important point which affects the hormones is sedentary lifestyle. Nowadays everyone is having sedentary lifestyle. स्कूल जाने वाले बच्चे हो, हाउसवाइफ हो, काम करने वाले लोग हैं, हार्डली हम कुछ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करते, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर वेरी बिजी, वी डोंट गेट टाइम, एंड वी हैव लॉट्स ऑफ हेल्पिंग हैंड इन इंडिया, स्पेशली इन इंडिया. सो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, हमारा कुछ फिजिकल एक्सर्शन नहीं होता है, हम खुद की गाड़ी से ही जहाँ भी आना जाना है प्रेफर करते हैं, हार्डली हम वॉक करते हैं. और बच्चे भी स्कूल में रहते हैं, उसके बाद में दे आर इन फ्रंट ऑफ टीवी, कैमरा, टीवी, मोबाइल, सो दे आर ऑल्सो नॉट इंजॉइंग आउटडोर एक्टिविटी. सो इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, सबकी लाइफ बहुत सिडेंट्री हो गई है, हार्डली कुछ हमारा एक्सर्शन होता है, कुछ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी होती है. उससे क्या होता है, वी टेंड टू पुट ऑन वेट, we tend to eat unhealthy food, and then indirectly that imbalances our hormone. And these factors like stress, sedentary lifestyle, unhealthy eating style, it all leads to obesity. और ओबेसिटी के वजह से अगेन देयर इज अ हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस, और हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस हो गया तो वापस वेट बढ़ता है, स्ट्रेस लेवल बढ़ता है. सो इट बिकम्स अ विस्कस साइकिल, मतलब वो एक चक्र जैसा तैयार हो जाता है. हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस है, वेट बढ़ रहा है, मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल इरेगुलर हो गया है, मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल इरेगुलर हो गया है, इसलिए वापस हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस हो गया है. सो दिस बिकम्स अ विस्कस साइकिल. So I'll just summarize the factors which can make the hormonal imbalance is the unhealthy eating style, stress, sedentary lifestyle, obesity. So what are the effect of this hormonal imbalance our body? फीमेल के लाइफ में हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस है तो उससे क्या फर्क पड़ सकता है? इट कैन रियली अफेक्ट हर हेल्थ, एंड हेल्थ के साथ में लाइक फिजिकल के साथ में इट अफेक्ट्स हर मेंटल हेल्थ ऑल्सो. सो क्या फर्क पड़ता है हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस होने से? हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस होने से द मेजर द प्रॉब्लम विच नाउडेज वी आर फेसिंग इज इरेगुलर मेंसेस. आप लोगों ने सुना रहेगा PCOS और PCOD. आई विल टॉक लेटर अबाउट दैट. तो आजकल वो बहुत कॉमन हो गया है, इट हैज सीन वेरी कॉमनली बिकॉज ऑफ द हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस. Then there is obesity. Lots of girls, they develop lots of pimples on their face, excessive facial hair, darkening of skin, fatigue, and ultimately this thing leads to depression. I have seen girls because of this excessive weight, physical appearance, like excessive pimples, extra hair on their face, darkening of skin, they lose their confidence. उन्हें कॉलेज जाने के लिए, लोगों से मिंगल होने के लिए शर्म आती है. दे फील ashamed of their body, and that leads to depression and poor performance in academic. And then there is a difficulty in getting pregnancy also, or suppose due to if there is a hormonal imbalance and if the lady gets pregnant, then there is a high chances of abortion, that the pregnancy may not continue till 9 months. Or menopause के वक्त, as I told you, menopause is seen in late 40s and early 50s, जब हार्मोन्स बंद हो जाते हैं, the hormones they stop functioning and there is no menses, so that stage is known as menopause. तो नेचुरल थोड़ा बहुत चेंजेस तो मेनोपॉज के वक्त होता ही है. The lady can feel some changes, But if there is a severe hormonal imbalance from the beginning, then she can have lots of problem at the time of menopause also. मतलब जो तकलीफें रहती है, जो symptoms रहता है, वो काफी ज़्यादा रहता है, और it becomes very difficult to handle menopausal symptoms. So this hormonal imbalance, as I was telling, it can give rise to lots of health issues. So the one of the important issue which we see nowadays is PCOD, that is known as polycystic ovarian disease. Okay, when I was a medical student, like when I was doing my postgraduate in gynec, there was nothing about PCOD in our textbook. Only two lines were there, the full form of PCOD, because that time we never used to get patient with PCOD. But in the last 10 years, now we have started getting lots of patient with PCOD. In fact, in the lockdown, there were so many young girls, like school going 9, 10 standard, college going, girls, so many girls I saw with PCOD, because there was no school, there was no college, they were sitting whole day at home, and there was sleeping patterns were not fixed. They used to sleep late because of the mobile and used to get up late in the morning. So because of that, there was excessive PCOD patients. So we'll just, and this hormonal imbalance can also give rise to thyroid disorders, which has also become very common. And thyroid is not only seen in female, it is also seen in males. Okay, but this hormonal imbalance can, even gents have hormones, male have hormones, but hardly they have this problem which is any disease related with hormones, because uh, in their body there is no physiological as such change takes place. But in the body of female, there are lots of physiological changes takes place during menses, during pregnancy, after delivery, and at the time of menopause. So female are more at the risk of hormonal imbalance compared to male. So I was talking about thyroid disease. So thyroid is very commonly seen in girls and female, and it is nowadays it is seen in male also. No. So what are the other diseases which we can have due to hormonal imbalance? So we can have PCOD, we can have thyroid disorder, we can have diabetes mellitus, diabetes. If there is a hormonal imbalance, then that lady, she is at high risk for diabetes. She can have diabetes at quite early stage, and there is a more chances of cancer, especially breast cancer and the cancer of uterus. So the risk of breast cancer and uterus cancer also increases with hormonal imbalance. So it is very important that we should, follow healthy lifestyle from a young age group. What happens? We start talking about hormones when the lady is at the time of menopause. That time at the age of 45, 50, then we start thinking about hormones. But no, we have to make awareness about the hormonal imbalance in our young girls, so that they take care of their body, and when they grow old, they are, protected, and they don't face problem due to hormonal imbalance, and they don't have other diseases in life due to hormonal imbalance. So, let's talk something about PCOD. So, PCOD is very common. It is seen in young girls, and it is all due to our lifestyle, stress, our sedentary lifestyle. So, the question is that, is it reversible or not? See, any disease which is due to your hormonal imbalance can be reversible, but it needs lots of efforts. We have to change our lifestyle. If we change our lifestyle, then there is 100% chance that we can take control of that disease, and with change in lifestyle and little bit of medication, we can definitely take charge of that disease and we can reverse it. So PCOD is reversible. But for that it needs lots of lifestyle management. And there is a lots of myths about PCOD. Everyone, I have seen so many girls coming to me with sonography report showing PCOD, and they get very scared. They feel as there is uh, some lump in their ovaries or some cyst in the ovary or ovaries में कुछ गांठ हो गई है, ऐसा सोनोग्राफी में लिखा है और अभी ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा. But no, it is just there is a hormonal imbalance, and because of the hormonal imbalance, there is a little bit of changes seen in the ovaries, because the estrogen and progesterone, the main hormone of female, they are produced by the ovary. So these changes are seen, but nothing to worry. It doesn't need any operation or surgery. It just needs your lifestyle management and little bit of medication. With that, you can overcome. Second is the thyroid disorder. I have seen many patients, ladies with thyroid disorder, and they are very reluctant to take medicines. They take allopathic medicine for some times, and then they switch off to homeopathic, and after a few months to Ayurvedic. So my suggestion is that please don't do that. It's your choice. You can take any pathy medicine, whether it's allopathic, Ayurvedic, or homeopathic. But whatever I have experienced in my practice, that thyroid disorder, it needs allopathic medication. I have seen patient worsening after taking the homeopathic and Ayurvedic medicines for thyroid. So if you have a thyroid disorder, don't get scared. It is just very small tablet which you have to take early in the morning on empty stomach. So you can take that tablet daily without any side effect. If you're taking, there is no side effect. And with your doctor's advice and your lifestyle management, you can reduce the dose and don't stop medication without asking your doctor. Many patients with thyroid disorder, they take medicine and then they check their thyroid level. The thyroid level shows normal and they stop the medicine. So it is very natural that the thyroid level, the thyroid hormones will are normal because you are taking medication. Because of the medication, the thyroid level are normal. So that doesn't mean that you have to stop the medicine. So don't do that. Take it properly, because if lady is suffering with thyroid disorder, it can be a really very danger if she doesn't take the medication. So take it properly and take proper guidance and advice from your doctor. So we have, now the last thing which I would like to cover about hormonal imbalance is that how to control, how to keep your hormones normal. Because see, it is as I have spoken, it can have a very, adverse effect on a body. So it is very important that hormones remains controlled. So what are the things we can do to keep our hormones controlled? The first and the most important thing is that the lifestyle management. We have to follow very healthy lifestyle. Okay, so we started from the healthy food. So total no to junk food. Okay, see, for a change, once in a 15 days or twice in a month is okay, but not regularly. No junk food. And I would like to say that taking breakfast is a very important thing. We have to take breakfast. Everyone should take breakfast, and the breakfast has to be very light. It should not be very heavy. What is the meaning of breakfast? Breakfast is the fast. No, miss, we are breaking our the overnight fast. So it is known as breakfast. So whatever we eat in the morning after our 8 hours sleep, if we are breaking our fast, that is known as breakfast. So it has to be very light. It should be in very moderate quantity so that we don't feel drowsy after eating breakfast, and the breakfast should give us energy to start our day. Okay, so it is very necessary for everyone to take breakfast. And then especially for, I'm talking about girls, so I say ki milk intake is very important. Every female should drink milk. And most of the females, they don't like drinking milk. They have some kind of phobia. They can't tolerate the smell of milk. So if you're not able to drink milk, at least go for milk product. Okay, like dahi, tak, you can take lassi. I will not suggest because again it contains sugar. So dahi and tak can be taken. And the food should be at least 4 times in a day, at least 3 times in a day, I can say breakfast, lunch, dinner, and it should be in small quantity so that we remain energetic throughout the day and we can do our daily activity also. So the we have to take healthy food, which is healthy food means it should contain calcium, proteins, vitamins and minerals. So for calcium we have to take calcium rich food like milk product, egg, green leafy vegetables, paneer, eggs, and then vegetables, green leafy vegetables we can take, 2 3 fruits we can take, pulses, dal, sprouts. So whenever these things are there in a food, it is known as healthy food. So the food should be healthy. We have to drink lots of water, at least 3 liters per day. And the second point is exercise. Why we need exercise? Exercise is very important. It plays very important role in hormonal imbalance because when we do exercise, it keeps our body controlled. Okay, it improves our body's immunity system. It improves our appetite, and then as the body's immunity system increases, we are not prone to diseases, other diseases. So exercise is very important. And when we are doing exercise and we are following with healthy diet, there is a less chances to have a diabetes, blood pressure, heart related diseases in future. And it keeps our hormones also controlled. In PCOD, it is very difficult for girls to lose weight. You know, there are so many girls who keep on doing exercises, but still they are finding it very difficult that they are not losing weight. So there is one advice for such girls: don't go for your weight. Just check your body measurements. If you're losing in inches, it is good. Don't worry about the weighing scale. So the exercise in case of hormonal imbalance should be should be very cardiac exercise where you have to sweat and you have to lose weight, and this exercises has to be done daily, and इट शुड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ थ्रू आउट लाइफ. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज आपने एक्सरसाइज किया फिर कल करोगे परसों करोगे, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू अफेक्ट. एंड मेनी लेडीज दे हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम, दे से कि मैं 3 महीने जिम गई थी, 4 महीने जिम गई थी, बट मैंने जिम छोड़ा और मेरा वेट बढ़ गया. So that is very normal. Once you stop doing exercise, the weight will come back to normal or it may be more. So it has to be done daily. And the second thing which we have to we have to take care to control our hormones is we have to manage our stress level. See, nowadays everyone is under stress. बच्चों से लेकर बूढ़े तक हर किसी को किसी न किसी तरह का स्ट्रेस रहता ही है. बच्चों को उनकी पढ़ाई का रहता है, टीनेजर को उनके करियर रिलेटेड स्ट्रेस रहता है, फीमेल्स को फैमिली रिलेटेड है, वर्क रिलेटेड है. एवरीवन इज अंडर स्ट्रेस. एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू, दिस स्ट्रेस लीड्स टू आवर हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस और उसका हमारे बॉडी पे बहुत साइड इफेक्ट होता है. सो वी शुड लर्न टू मैनेज आवर स्ट्रेस. तो स्ट्रेस मैनेज करने के लिए हमें क्या करना है? वी नीड सम रिलैक्सेशन ऑल्सो इन बिटवीन. सो वी हैव टू डेवलप सम गुड हैबिट्स कि जो हमें हमारे स्ट्रेसफुल लाइफ से थोड़ी देर के लिए हमें रिलैक्स होने के लिए हेल्प करे. सो इट कैन बी एनीथिंग, रीडिंग ऑफ बुक, मेकिंग सम थिंग्स, या फिर आपको आउटडोर एक्टिविटीज कुछ खेलना है, इंडोर खेलना है, या म्यूजिक सुनना है. सो वी हैव टू डेवलप सम गुड हैबिट्स कि विच विल हेल्प अस टू कीप अस रिलैक्स. थोड़ा सा हम स्ट्रेस फ्री हो जाएंगे. और दूसरा है कि वी हैव टू develop the habit of meditation. That is also very helpful to relieve stress. एंड दूसरा मतलब फॉर द यंग जनरेशन में एक जो एडवाइस देना चाहूंगी वो है कि स्टार्ट एक्सप्रेसिंग योर सेल्फ. बताते जाओ, बात करते जाओ, आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है. क्योंकि सी आजकल जो ये हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस हो रहा है, स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, ये सब यंग लड़कियों में बहुत ज्यादा है, यंग गर्ल्स में बहुत ज्यादा है. बिकॉज दे आर नॉट ओपन टू देयर पेरेंट्स. वो पेरेंट्स से बात करने में हिचकिचाती है. उनको ऐसा रहता है कि हमारी बात वो समझ पाएंगे क्या. एंड मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ द जनरेशन गैप समटाइम्स देर इज सम प्रॉब्लम, कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉब्लम. बट यू ट्राई टू स्पीक आउट योर माइंड. आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, आपके रिलेशन रिलेटेड या आपके करियर रिलेटेड. यू टॉक यू टॉक टू योर पेरेंट्स, या आपके कोई घर में बड़े होंगे, उनसे आप बात करो. सो दैट यू विल बी रिलीव्ड. आपका जो स्ट्रेस लेवल है वो थोड़ा कम होगा. एंड अगेन दैट विल हेल्प यू टू बी हेल्दी. And then we need some vitamin supplementation also to control our hormones. एंड विटामिन सप्लीमेंटेशन मतलब हमें वो फूड से भी मिल सकता है. एंड प्लस वी कैन टेक सम टैबलेट्स ऑल्सो. सो विटामिन डी सप्लीमेंटेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इट कंट्रोल्स आर इंसुलिन्स. हमारे थायराइड ग्लैंड को भी कंट्रोल करता है. विटामिन बी सिक्स जो मेंसेस आने के पहले जो हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस से हमें तकलीफें होती है, तो उसके लिए भी विटामिन बी सिक्स बहुत हेल्पफुल है. और मेनोपॉज फेज में विटामिन ई plays a very important role. So these are the things. These are this when we follow this kind of lifestyle, we can really control our hormones. And ultimately जब hormones control होते हैं तो हमारी body भी healthy and fit होती है. और उससे जो बाकी बीमारियां होती है जैसे डायबिटीज, ब्लड प्रेशर, कैंसर, वो चांसेस भी बहुत कम हो जाते हैं. एंड वी कैन रियली इंजॉय and we can have a healthy life with our hormones. So conclusion ये है कि hormones are not bad. They are really needed for our body. In fact, in medicine, जैसे अभी see, I am a gynecologist, okay? There are some doctors who are orthopedic surgeon, physician. वैसे we have a doctor for hormone specialization. They are known as endocrinologist. So you can understand कि ये hormones हमारे लिए कितने जरूरी है, कि इसके लिए भी अलग तरह की पढ़ाई होती है, इसके लिए भी अलग तरह के डॉक्टर होते हैं जो hormones related disease को treat करते हैं. So friends, hormones are not, they are God gift to everyone, all of us, and especially females. It is a God gift. क्योंकि hormones के वजह से ही the lady can have a reproduction, she can give birth to the baby, and it is a God gift for her. So we should not take it as a problem. Whenever I take a lecture, या हम जब भी हॉस्पिटल में पेशेंट आते हैं उनसे बात करते हैं, एंड आई आस्क व्हेन वाज योर लास्ट पीरियड, सो शी विल से कि मेरा प्रॉब्लम तो तब आया था या तब आने वाला. एंड आई रियली वंडर कि व्हाई डू दे कॉल इट एज पीरियड प्रॉब्लम. सो गेटिंग मेंसेस इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, इट इज अ बून, इट इज अ गॉड गिफ्ट. ओके, सो हॉर्मोन्स भी उसी तरह से हमारे बॉडी के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, हमारे बॉडी के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. और उनमें जो टाइम टू टाइम फिजियोलॉजिकल चेंजेस आता है वो बहुत नॉर्मल है, लेकिन हमारी वजह से वो जब डिस्टर्ब होते हैं देन इट अफेक्ट्स आवर बॉडी. So we should really pay attention to hormones, and we should enjoy healthy life with hormones. So with this, I end my lectures. किसी को, if anyone has any queries, I will try to solve it. Thank you.
Ma'am, I declare the session open for question answers now. You can either type it out or you can unmute yourself and ask your questions.
And I have not, used many medical terms because I wanted it to be very simple. so that everyone can understand कि बहुत हाई फाई मेडिकल टर्म्स यूज करके उसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं बनाना था. होप एवरीवन मस्ट हैव लाइक्ड इट और उनको थोड़ा सा अवेयरनेस आया होगा कि कैसे अपने लाइफ हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल से हम हॉर्मोन्स को बैलेंस कर सकते हैं. एंड ये जो मैंने हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल बोला, इट इज नॉट ओनली फॉर गर्ल्स, इट इज फॉर बॉयज ऑल्सो. क्योंकि जैसे लेडीज में हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस से मेंसेस का और प्रेगनेंसी का प्रॉब्लम होता है, तो सेम प्रॉब्लम्स बॉयज ऑल्सो हैव. सो जो लड़के हैं उन्हें भी काफी हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल फॉलो करने की जरूरत है. इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन?
So I had a question.
Yes.
As you said about thyroid, and I have heard that it is genetic. It's I mean, अगर मदर को थायराइड है तो वो उसके डॉटर में या फिर उसके सन में जा सकता है. So if that happens, is there any risk like if after getting thyroid the mother has diabetes or something like that? So will the same thing happen to the child?
Means during pregnancy, hello? No, I did not get you. Means during pregnancy, if she has a thyroid.
No, like overall, if a mother is having thyroid and she delivers the baby, but she's
हाँ.
having thyroid before, मतलब उसके
ओके
पहले
ओके
से बहुत
हाँ
पहले
हाँ
से.
उसके पहले से. हाँ, देखो कैसा है ना कि जेनेटिक फैक्टर्स थोड़ा बहुत प्ले करता है, बट एवरी टाइम वी कैन नॉट ब्लेम आवर जेनेटिक्स. ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि अगर मदर को थायराइड है तो उसके बेटी और बेटों को भी होगा. देर इज दे आर एट लिटिल बिट ऑफ हायर रिस्क. सपोज अगर मेरी मदर को थायराइड है तो मुझे थायराइड होने का रिस्क थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाएगा, लेकिन मेरी मदर को अगर थायराइड नहीं है फिर भी आई एम एट द रिस्क ऑफ हैविंग थायराइड इफ आई एम नॉट हैविंग हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल. सो थोड़ा बहुत रिस्क बढ़ जाता है जेनेटिकली. सो बट विथ अगेन आई विल से कि हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल से हम उसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. और जैसे आपने बोला कि अगर मदर को पहले से थायराइड है तो उसके होने वाले बेबी को होगा क्या? See, nowadays we are doing thyroid testing for all the pregnant ladies and by protocol after delivery हम बेबी का भी करते हैं. अगर मदर को थायराइड नहीं है तो भी करते हैं और अगर मदर को थायराइड है तो भी करते हैं. सो अगर हम ये थायराइड क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि अगर मदर का थायराइड पूरी तरह से कंट्रोल नहीं है तो वो बेबी के ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट को इफेक्ट कर सकता है. इसलिए हम बाकी रूटीन ब्लड टेस्ट के साथ में थायराइड का भी टेस्ट करते हैं. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मदर को थायराइड है प्रेगनेंसी में तो जो बॉर्न होगा बेबी उसको भी 100% थायराइड होगा. मतलब अभी तक मैंने मेरे प्रैक्टिस में आई हैव नॉट सीन कि न्यूबॉर्न बेबी को मदर को थायराइड था इसलिए हो गया करके. और जैसे दूसरी भी बीमारियां है जैसे डायबिटीज है, ब्लड प्रेशर है, इवन ब्रेस्ट कैंसर, उनका भी थोड़ा बहुत जेनेटिक रहता है. मतलब अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स को है तो वी आर एट हायर रिस्क, बट अगेन वी कैन कंट्रोल दैट डिसीज विथ आवर लाइफस्टाइल. ऐसा नहीं कि हमारे पेरेंट्स को है तो 100% हमें होगा ही. अगर हमने हमारी लाइफस्टाइल यंग एज से हेल्दी रखी, एक्सरसाइज, हेल्दी डाइट लिए और प्लस जो उसके टेस्टेस रहते हैं वो रेगुलर हम करके देखते रहे तो 101% शायद वो फिर नहीं होगा.
Okay, thank you.
या इट वाज नाइस क्वेश्चन. एनी और किसी को कुछ है क्वेश्चंस? एनीवन वांट्स टू आस्क? If anyone wants they can write down in the chat also. Yeah, good question. Yeah, I will answer this question. can PCOS affect your chance of getting pregnant? PCOS and PCOD, it's the same thing. या इट कैन अफेक्ट योर चांस ऑफ गेटिंग प्रेग्नेंट, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने बताया कि पीसीओडी में क्या होता है, देर इज अ हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस, मतलब जो ओवरीज रहते हैं उनका जो नॉर्मल काम रहता है टू प्रोड्यूस एस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरॉन, वो इफेक्ट हो जाते हैं. और देर इज वन मोर फंक्शन ऑफ ओवरी, दैट इज द ovulation. It helps in the ovulation, means eggs banane mein wo kaam aata hai. So when there is a hormonal imbalance, the ovary is not working properly, so same times it doesn't do the functioning of ovulation, मतलब जो eggs बनाने का काम रहता है वो भी affect होता है. और अगर proper ovulation नहीं हो रहा है, eggs नहीं बन रहा है, so there is a chances that the lady may not get pregnant. But it is not very serious issue with medication, and again as I am telling you again and again, lifestyle management वो हो सकता है, क्लियर हो सकता है प्रॉब्लम.
Does anyone have any other questions that ma'am can answer through? You can write it in the chat box as well. Ma'am, we will wait for another 2 minutes.
Yes,
or
no
else we will-
problem.
Yes, ma'am.
कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहा है वो
तो एकदम
So I guess no one is having questions. So ma'am, that was really very informative and we really liked it. So I hand over to our club secretary, Retractor Raghav Pagad, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Tanvi. I, Retractor Raghav, will give you the vote of thanks now. I, Retractor Secretary Raghav Pagar, take this opportunity to extend our vote of thanks to Dr. Sushma Buttada ma'am for the amazing session that we just had. Surely it was all out of the books that we have always been taught from. I would also like to thank our medical director, Retractor Sakshi Maravar, our club president, Retractor Tanvi Shete, for arranging this amazing session. Lastly, I would also like to thank all the people who are present. We team Rotaract Club of Nashik Smart City hope that all of your queries were thoroughly answered, and we also hope that you all liked it. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you in our next webinars. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I request President Tanvi to please adjourn the session.
Session call to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank
Guys, you
you.
can leave or you can stay if you want to. We have no issues.
Yeah, we can have a fellowship event now. No issues.